What's up, guys? Rob here. Just making another zone defense video. Hopefully this one has better detail, better explanation. I'm going to make it a two-part series. First part, just kind of jotting notes down on the board, letting you know the do's and don'ts of a zone, when to use a zone, the purpose of a zone, some pros and cons. Hopefully this goes a little bit deeper than my last video. I'll put that video in the description as well. And really quick, I just want to say thank you to everybody who watched that video, shared that video, coaches, players. Really appreciate it, guys. Very humbling that the video's even gotten to where it's got. So with that being said, two-part series. Now look for that hopefully within the next coming weeks. But let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start off with the keys to a 3-3 zone defense. So let's go ahead and start. Everybody should know the first one. It was on the first video. It's going to be on any defensive video you watch for any sport, really. Everybody knows. First key to any kind of defense, communication. Without communication, things start breaking down. Really, the zone defense really needs people to communicate. Not just the goalie, but also just the players, and knowing where the ball's at, knowing when cutters are coming. Have to have communication. Key number one. Second key in a zone defense, and really this key right here is what makes it a zone defense what it is anticipation. Hopefully you guys can read my writing here. Anticipation, really just trying to anticipate passes, trying to pick them off. This is what helps make a zone defense aggressive versus some people thinking that a zone is actually regressive and very passive. That's really, I think, in my opinion, a matter of opinion, thinking that a zone is passive. You can use it to be aggressive. Anticipation is a big key in that. Third key would be, and I'll explain this a little bit in this video and the next one. Keep the box. 3-3 zone, for those of you who don't know, and this will be in the second part of the video. You have 3 guys up top, 3 guys down low, and you end up making this nice little rectangle square box with guys maintaining this box. Got to keep the box. You don't want to squeeze it in. You don't want to expound on it. You want to keep the box. And in the next video, I'll explain roughly kind of like the dimensions and how to keep it and whatnot. But you got to keep the box. When guys are spread out or too tight in or really just blown out, that's when the zone just falls to pieces. Last key, and really, I mean, man, these are all very important here for a zone defense. And this one, man, can't say it enough, can't yell it enough. Very important. Coaches, you know, make sure your kids know this one. Players, got to know this one. Sticks up. You guys got to have your sticks up. Got to have them up in the passing lanes. Zone defense, you're really forcing the offense to work around you and trying to shut down the inside game. But if your sticks are down, you're making it easy for them to throw cross-field passes. Keep your sticks up, and you will help and keep the anticipation up. And you can make this defense really an aggressive defense and cause some turnovers. Sticks up. Now we'll just go ahead and go on to the don'ts of a zone defense, if you will. No-nos, whatever you want to call them. Don'ts of a zone defense. And man, this one right here, key number one of a don't, and really it just man-to-man defense as well, but particularly in a zone, this key right here, ball watching. Guys cannot, and I say that again, you guys cannot be ball watching. Everybody in the zone has to have their head on a swivel. Okay? There's a video I had on my other channel, Virginia playing the zone. Guy breaks his stick, he's jamming off field, right? And I can't remember who they're playing against, I think it was North Carolina. Everybody's paying attention over here, the guy who has the ball, while they're forgetting the guy over here back on GLE sitting backside pipe. Dishes off to him in 2 passes, easy goal. Cannot be ball watching, you guys. Very important key right here in his zone defense. Everybody has to have their head on a swivel. Not only watching your man and who can possibly be in your zone, but you're also paying attention to guys that are potential cutters, guys that are trying to set picks or screens. Got to be aware of that. Got to have communication, right? So next thing that can even go with that is just communication. You cannot be not communicating. You can't rely on your goalie to try and just shoulder that load of being the communicator. Everybody has to do their part. Second don't of a zone defense would be sticks down. Sticks down. Again, you're making it very passive, very easy if your sticks are down. You're making it easy, even though you're trying to shut down the inside, you're still going to make it easy for cross-field passes. Got to have your sticks up, sticks down. No. Third thing, a bad box. And what I mean by that is the actual box you're supposed to keep. For some people, you guys, and just without the communication and the ball watching, really, it goes from a nice, decent shape, what it's supposed to be kind of box, to going to a baby box, going to an extremely large box. Some guys, then it just looks like a diamond. I mean, there's all kinds of things that go bad here. Bad box is always a bad thing for the zone. And another thing, too, that I see a lot, and having played in it, and then having the opportunity to even coach with it, chasing guys. This kind of relates to the bad box as well. Guys who go out and just chase guys out like crazy, man. You're making it worse for the 5 other guys on your team and your goalie. Can't be chasing. Gotta keep the box, guys. So here are, in my opinion, some of the important keys of the zone, some of the important don'ts of a zone. And next, I'll go ahead and just draw up some of the basics of what a zone entails, how do you kind of put it together, the personnel inside a zone defense. Again, you guys, I hope this is useful and it's not too hard to understand. If you guys have any comments or questions, you guys can go ahead and leave them in the comments below. I'll put my email in there as well. And you guys can let me know if you guys have any questions here. So the basics of the zone, specifically a 3-3 zone defense, okay? You're going to have, normally, this is the way you would set it up. Now, coaches can always tinker with this and change it around, but you're going to have 4 deep holes. And I recommend it, perfect to take advantage of being able to have 4 deep holes on the field. 4 deep holes, and then usually you'll have 2 shorties. And these guys, if you have them, will generally be defensive midfielders. You want guys who can check good, can keep running with the guys. So 4 deep holes, 2 shorties. Normally the way you'll set it up is you'll have a shorty out, an LSM right here, another shorty out, and then you'll have a deep hole all down low. Again, this is not set in stone. You don't have to follow this. You guys can mix it around. I'm pretty sure coaches and coordinators from different schools will work it around and really tailor it to the teams that they're playing against. So those are some of the basics. It's 4 deep holes. This is kind of a very basic way you'll see it set up. Perfect to have the LSM right here, man, because just having another long pull out there and just really anticipating, trying to pick off some passes, perfect for a fast break and easy out. We'll go over that in the next video as well and whatnot. Some purposes to use a zone defense. Go ahead and put uses here. One would be to slow the offense down. Really, when you got a fast pace, I mean, you guys, they call it the fast game on 2 feet for a reason. First keys, you always want to just try and slow it down. You want to try and get the offense to think and not just play. You want to force them to think. And one specific use, to use a zone defense is to slow down the offense. Second reason would be to shut down the inside game of an offense. Really, you're just trying to limit any shots inside, right in front of your goalie's face. This is why zone defense is really good. So you want to shut down the inside, and then with that, you want to force outside shots. Really quick, I was a goalie. When I played in this defense, I would rather take a shot 15 yards out than having a guy right on the doorstep right in front of me, having 10 seconds to try to give me a couple fakes and whatnot. Just very easy for him. A lot harder for me to cover 6x6 when the guy's right up front versus the guy who's 15 yards out and I can try and play angles with him. Shut down inside, force outside shots. A third reason, and really this happens in youth or in high school and possibly maybe even some colleges, would be that your deep poles, and no knock for you guys out there, by the way, you deep poles, but maybe they're not too athletic. That would be another reason. I know when we played in high school that our deep poles had trouble playing one-on-one on man, and zone defense really helped us. And funny story, I actually learned how to play zone defense by YouTube. I actually learned how to play lacrosse by YouTube, but for you guys who don't know, I'm out here on the West Coast, by the way, so hopefully this helps you guys. Lastly, to end off this video, and I will make the second one within the coming weeks again, we'll go over really quick pros and cons. Again, you guys, this is just my humble opinion. You don't have to necessarily agree with all this. Believe that it's all true. Go out and test it. Ask your coaches. Research it. I'm just trying to share what I know and from what I've learned and having played with it and even having the opportunity to coach with it for a little bit. So we'll go really quick and end off this video right here. Pros and really quick cons. So pros of using the zone defense. One, tempo. You're trying to dictate the tempo, whereas normally the offense in a man-to-man, they're trying to get mismatches, trying to create slide havoc and whatnot. Really in zone, you have the opportunity to set the tempo. Now, it's not ever guaranteed. It's always just an opportunity to try and set the tempo, right? Tempo, you want to be able to shut down, and I wrote it over just right now earlier, shut down inside game. A lot easier, right? Goalies out there, and you guys can attest this, you guys can agree with me, right? I mean, hey, 15, 12 yards out, heck of a lot easier than a guy right on the doorstep or a guy coming off of an easy dump and pass and whatnot. Tempo, shut down inside, shut down the inside game. And really also too, and people might not see this as a pro, but when used aggressively and correctly, really you have a good opportunity to cause turnovers, whether that be with double teams, picking off passes. I know when I was coaching and kids actually had their sticks up in the air, we had quite a few picks, quite a lot more GBs, a lot more opportunities to gain possession, So just really quick, some really quick pros. Again, just a humble opinion of mine. Questions, comments, again, throw them down low. Some cons. Now really, I personally, I really couldn't see too many bad things with going into a zone. Some things I know coaches will say, other players will say is one con is that you're, excuse me, let me erase that really quick. You're not aggressive, right? Some people think that you just sit back and you just chill out and you really you're trying to eat up clock. Again, being aggressive is a matter of choice. So I guess you could say that's one con. Another thing that comes with not being aggressive is no turnovers. Again, an all matter of perspective here. You're not aggressive, you're not going to get turnovers. And lastly, another thing I thought maybe is just, I don't know, maybe for some of you, it could be hard to learn. Maybe you're used to slide packages and understanding all that and having played for a long time. But really, honestly, I think if this defense is used correctly, look at the 2011 Virginia Cavaliers. They used this defense to ride themselves all the way to a national championship. I know personally, having played in this defense, we were a startup club and we played in this defense and we won a summer tournament. And man, that was just the most amazing thing ever. Just a bunch of guys out here in the West Coast, never played lacrosse before, all of us learning it and really just trying this out for the first time. And by us being able to utilize that, we're able to win a tournament with that. I hope this video was lot more explanatory, hopefully a lot more detail. In the next video, I'll be drawing on the board of how a zone defense looks and just how the way it could work. And then hopefully I could, in the near future, create a third video and actually have like some on-field demonstration here. So again, just want to thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you guys for watching my last video. Stay tuned with this channel. Hopefully I'm just going to try and run off with this channel, man, and just make it about lacrosse, dude. Shout out to East Coast Dies, Lacrosse All-Stars, the Lacrosse Network. Really just guys who are about growing the game, and just appreciate your guys' videos and your guys' help. Thank you guys for watching this. Share, coaches. I'll put my email in there if you guys have any extra questions, or maybe a coach, maybe you might watch this and, hey Rob, there's something that you didn't really explain too well, let me help you out. Hey, I'm open to all that, man. I really just want to grow the game and really just try and bring up the East Coast game out here to the left coast, so to speak, as you guys call it. So there it is for you. Really just basics of a 3-3 zone defense, do's and don'ts, keys, trying to get rid of some bad habits here. Thank you guys, and God bless.